There's one of Christy on the witness stand. You can see how nervous she was.
It's a good shot.
Mm-hmm. It's your dad.
He didn't know you were taking it, did he?
The best photographers are unobtrusive. Here's one of Ted, Mason.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
You don't sound like you think they're very good. What's the matter, Kelly?
Oh, I don't know. It's not the pictures. I get so mad when I think about what happened down there. You know, and Mason said he was so close to getting Christy to break down. I think that district attorney collapsed on purpose just to prevent all that.
You can't be serious. The man is in the hospital.
Yeah, well, it was perfect timing, wasn't it? So if it wasn't for that, he would have gotten the truth out of her, Nick.
You give Mason another chance, and he'll get the truth out of her next time.
I don't know. I mean, now she's going to have time to get her story straight again. I don't know what's going to happen.
Morning, you two.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, Daddy. Just get up?
Oh, I've been up since 7. You can't run a business sleeping in.
Daddy, what is it? You okay?
It's not just a headache, it's a punishment for my sins. Where is that doctor?
There aren't too many men who can get a doctor to make a house call for a headache. Maybe it's more than a headache. Maybe it's really serious, like a precursor to some tropical illness.
Augusta, if that is meant to cheer me up, I'm glad you're not in the nursing profession.
No, I'm in the betrayed wife profession.
Betrayed by what? What do you mean?
Sorry, just reminiscing.
I can't stand it. I'm gonna have to lie down.
What makes you think Sophia was telling the truth?
She didn't know me. What reason would she have to lie?
Do you have any idea what this means?
More than I want to.
Well, I mean, what did you tell her? Didn't you try to stop her?
That was 1961. Women didn't raise children alone.
You were a priest. Don't tell me you encouraged her.
Of course not. Well, would it make any difference to you whether she married C.C. Catwell or not?
Yes. She only did it to get closer to Lionel. Don't you see? It wasn't a marriage. It was an extension of an affair, a lover's quarrel. And God help me. Their family. Happened 20 years ago. Why can't I forget it?
What did you say, Augusta?
Nothing. I have nothing to say to you.
Well, good, because I don't feel like talking myself. What do you take for a real headache? Huh?
They say confession's good for the soul. Maybe it will help your head, too.
I can't even talk to you, much less understand you're being so enigmatic.
I'll get it.
No, that's the doctor, hopefully.
Well, at least you're up.
Yeah. Listen, what can you give me for
Lionel
this?
and Sophia, I hate them both for what they've done. Don't just sit back and hate them, Augusta. Do something about it.
Well, doctor?
No, not entirely well, but better than you think.
Everybody's a comedian. I haven't been feeling well the last couple of days.
You can button your shirt now.
Huh? Will that make me feel better?
There's nothing seriously wrong with you, Lionel. You're a little run down and your blood pressure's higher than I'd like. But other than that, you're physically sound.
Well, what about the headache?
Tension, probably. Look, I'm going to give you something to get that blood pressure down. And I want you to take one of these a day. And then come by the office and let me look at you again in another 3 weeks, all right? In the meantime, get as much rest as possible.
I'm glad it's not serious.
You worry too much, Lionel. You worry and your blood pressure goes up. Try to relax. You know, take things a little easier.
Listen, I haven't got time for a golf game like some doctors I could mention.
I've given up golf. I play racquetball now.
Very trendy.
What's the verdict, Doctor?
Nothing to worry about, Augusta. You'll have him around here for a long time yet.
Am I to be spared nothing?
And you wonder why I have high blood pressure.
You sure you're all right, Dad?
Oh, I'm fine, sweetheart.
I think it has to do with all that trouble with Brick, myself.
May I use your phone? I'd like to check in with my office.
Certainly, it's right here. If you want privacy, you can take it in the hall.
Thank you. Anne, it's me. I'm at the Lockridges. Have the results come in on C.C. Capwell's latest tests yet? Yes, I'll hold on.
You two look very nice. Where are you off to?
Thank you. I'm taking Lakin to the Orient Express for lunch. I think it's a mother's sacred duty to take her daughter to lunch every now and then.
And I'm going to order everything expensive on the menu.
From now on, we're having lunch there at least once a year.
Well, I thought that you wanted to talk to me.
Well, the doctor says we have all the time in the world. I am in no rush.
Well, then I would like to talk to you a little bit. I just wondered why I've been getting a cold shoulder from you these days.
Has my shoulder been cold?
Yeah.
Ah.
You know darn well it has. Does it have something to do with that talk, Sophia?
Ain't you starting in again?
Certainly not. I'll talk to you later, Lionel, if I talk to you ever again. Come on, Lakin. We don't want to keep your pheasant under glass waiting.
Okay, Dad, take it easy, right?
Yeah, have fun, sweetheart.
Love you.
Bye.
And all I could do is tell him that to get a lot of rest. Aneurysm in the brain could blow any minute. How long to live? Maybe only a few days. It's impossible to predict. I've tried keeping his blood pressure down, but that isn't going to keep it from happening. No, don't tell anybody. We have to keep this secret. Yes, you're right. It's tragic that such a rich, dynamic, powerful man should be struck down by something like this.
Well, it's nothing to worry about. I've just been a little under the weather.
You look pale.
Do I? Well, I think maybe it's just the stress of the trial, that's all.
Are you sure you don't want more water?
No, fine. Nick, I'm very impressed with these pictures, especially this one of Mason.
Thank you.
You know, I must say how proud I am of the way he's handling Ted's case. He's got a first-rate mind. Well, enough self-indulgence. I've got some calls to make.
Hey, Daddy, you sure you shouldn't take a rest for a little while?
No, kitten, I'm feeling much better. Good to see you again, Nick. I'll be in the study if you need me.
Okay. Scared me to death.
He seems all right. Listen, I've showed you my pictures, and I want to see your sketches. Come on, I'd love to see them. Please.
Okay. You know, this one picture. I close my eyes, and I can almost see the man's face. But it's not Joe. I mean, I thought it would be before, but it's not him.
But he's the only man who was really important to you. Why would you sketch another man?
That's it. That's what I don't understand. I mean, I don't know. I just get this really funny feeling when I draw this, and I draw it over and over again. You know, it's like a magnet. Who knows, maybe I lived there in a previous life or something. Maybe that's why I'm drawn to it.
Well, you know, you're not the first artist to do repeated sketches of the same place.
True, that's right. What, Monet did it, and Van Gogh.
Mm-hmm. You've got to let me know if you're going to go back there, Kelly. In the meantime, I have got to get back to work.
Okay. Hey, listen, thanks for coming by. I like some pictures, too.
Well, thank you, Reba. I love your sketches. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. I am going to go back there. I need some answers. I think that's the only place I'm going to be able to find it.
Thank you. Mr. Lee, I'm with the Tribune. May I ask you a few questions,
now look,
please?
we're just about to sit down to lunch, so could we make it some other time?
May I have your name, miss? Julia Wainwright. Are you a client?
Miss Wainwright is my luncheon companion, and we would really like to have lunch. So please.
Tell me, have you been able to speak
Miss,
to the president?
Please. Listen, Nick, could we have 2 glasses of white wine to start? Is that all right with you?
That's fine, thanks.
Did I or did I not predict that we would run into the press as soon as we got here?
Yes, you predicted and you handled it very well. You were polite but firm. Is that how you handle all of your relationships?
Oh, you'd be a better judge of that, wouldn't you?
Not really. The best way to handle me is with complete honesty.
Well, I've never lied to you. Have I? Come on now, tell me, have I ever promised you anything that I haven't delivered on? Julia, what have you hoped for that you haven't got?
A straightforward answer might be nice.
Well, all right, now is the time to ask. Go right ahead. We'll have these before we order, all right?
Thank you.
Go ahead, ask your question.
I'm curious to know how you feel about a relationship now.
I find our relationship always pleasurable and sometimes extremely pleasurable.
I'm not the same woman I used to be, Jack.
You're more beautiful than you ever were.
More importantly, I'm no longer infatuated with you.
What does that mean? It's turned into something deeper, or is it just evaporated?
Evaporated.
Really? Is that why you're sitting here having lunch with me?
Just goes to show you how hungry I am.
Mr. Lee, your secretary is calling you.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Yes, hello. What time did the president call? Do you want me to call him back right now, or at 5 p.m.? All right.
Julia.
How many times?
Julia, hi.
Oh, no, you were back.
I'm gonna die. Oh, no. Dear God, I'm not ready to die. Well, I can't drink. It'd be too dangerous, right? I can't die. I have too many things I want to do. I'm not ready to die.
You don't have to worry about a thing, Cece. I'm gonna have everything fixed up for Mason, so when he comes back home, it's gonna be just like it was before. I even checked his room to make sure there were fresh linens on the bed. I just want him to be comfortable, and I want him to be glad to be home. That's all. Maybe I'll put flowers in his room for later on. Cece, you know, that was very generous of you to take him back home.
Well, it was wrong of me to ever have thrown him out.
Well, everything is smoothed over now, and this house is going to have the feeling of a family again, just the way you wanted it to be.
I wonder where he is. I lost track of him after the recess. Well, I guess he'll be along shortly. Meanwhile, I have some more work I have to do.
Mason, it's Gina. Where are you? Well, I know you did, but I expected you sooner. No, I'm just anxious to see you, that's all. No, of course there's no one around. Mason, I need to have you here. You don't know how difficult it is living this lie with Cece, pretending that nothing is going on between him and Sophia. But you know, knowing that you're going to be living here with us, it helps a lot. It makes it all possible. No, I'm not getting overexcited. I'm just anxious. Well, you know, you do mean a lot to me. You're my friend, my confidant, my hero, everything. Hurry, Mason, please. Please hurry up. I need you.
Children. I need time to prepare them. I mean, what a shock to find out that your father is, but... Oh, come on, don't panic. Just pull it together. Come on.
So here you are. What happened to you?
What do you mean, what happened?
We had a financial meeting this morning, remember? You should. You're the one who called it.
Oh, that, yeah, something came up.
Something came up. Why didn't you call? I had to run the meeting myself. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. I had to cover for a few major screw-ups on your part.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Brick, need I remind you that you're only on that board because of my mother's indulgence? Oh, forget it. I'm sorry. Let's not get into this, okay?
Look, I got a check that needs to be signed and sent off right away. I need you and Augusta to sign it.
Well, Augusta's over at the Orient Express. She took Lake in the lunch.
Well, then may I at least have your signature?
Yes, of course.
Are you all right?
Am I all right? Don't ask.
I won't.
Helen Keller. Let's see. Helen Keller, yeah. If you knew that the sun would never rise for you again, how would you spend those last 3 precious intervening days? Oh, indeed. Make the most of every sense. Glory in all the facets of pleasure and beauty which the world reveals to you. I can't get enough of life.
Hey, that's a good drawing.
Betty, hi.
I didn't know you had such talent for sketching.
Oh, well, not any great talent, I don't think. I don't know. I feel so confused right now.
What's wrong, Donald?
Daddy, I know that this girl is me right here. I don't know who I'm dancing with, though. You know, and I know I want it to be Joe, but every time I try to draw his face, it doesn't fit. There's always something wrong with it. I don't know, maybe I'm afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid I'll lose him, maybe.
Darling, you don't have to stop loving Joe in order to love someone else. That's part of your life that you'll never forget. You never should.
No, I never will, I know.
I just want to tell you again how sorry I am for all the problems I caused you and Joe, all the obstacles I put in your way. All I can say is that I'm a different man now than then.
I know that. And I know how much you've changed in the past.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't let your love for Joe stand in the way of your future. That's what I did, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I let my memories of Sophia cripple me. I couldn't fall in love with anyone because I thought I would be betraying your mother. And then Gina came along.
What are you thinking?
Honey, I made a mistake with Gina. I care for her, of course, but I never really loved her.
I didn't know that, Dad.
Oh, there were a lot of reasons why I married her. I needed someone. I was lonesome. She had Brandon. I love that boy. And I found out that Sophia is the only woman I love.
I could see you two getting closer. I knew this. I think it's great.
I'm afraid that Gina's noticed, too. I know it must hurt her, but I don't know what to do about it.
Well, Daddy, you can't go on married to a woman and then loving another one.
I know, darling. What can I do? I've asked myself that 1,000 times. I can't change the situation now just after she came home from the hospital. Well, that's my problem, and I will deal with it. But it does lead me to a little fatherly advice. Don't make a commitment until you know that you have the right person.
Yeah, but how will I know?
You'll know, just the way you knew with Joe. What about Nick Hartley? What do you feel about him?
He's nice.
Is he the man in the sketch?
I don't know. Maybe.
Are you falling in love with him?
No. No, whoever this is will be the man I fall in love with. I know it. I know it sounds silly. But I think it's true, Daddy.
Why didn't you warn me you were back? I would have come to the airport. You should have called me.
Everything happened so fast. I
Augusta,
didn't have a
Lincoln,
chance.
please, why don't you join us? There's so much we could talk about.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Mom, why don't you go ahead? I see somebody I'd like to talk to.
All right, darling, don't be long.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
All right.
So the real Jack Lee is back.
In the flesh.
Can we have a picture, please?
I want to talk to you.
Why? I know what you're going to say. You hate me, right? Get out of my way.
No, leave. I'm not going anywhere until I talk to you. I don't have to talk to you, Lincoln. Just get out of my way. Just listen to me. I sat in the courtroom yesterday, and I heard you talk about being raped. And I thought to myself that that has got to be the most horrible experience a woman could have. But whoever did it to you is still out there. Because you and I both know Ted didn't do it. Whoever did is still out there walking around free. What is it? Maybe you were so afraid of him. Is that why you said it was Ted? Huh? Or maybe he had to come up with a name and so you said it was him. But it's terrible to accuse someone falsely, Christy, especially over something like this.
I didn't do anything like...
Do you want the truth? Do you?
No, I don't.
Part of me hates you. And the other part of me feels so sorry for you. What you went through is terrible. But now you're lying on top of it. I just hope you tell the truth the next time you're in court. Because you're about to ruin Ted's entire life. Over a lie. I don't know how you could live with something like that on your conscience.
Are you through?
Yes. That's all I had to say to you.
Oh, Lincoln, you're
No,
back.
don't get up, please. I'm not staying for lunch, okay?
Why? What's the matter? You upset
I'm
about
just
something?
not hungry, okay? I hope to have lunch with you again, Mr. Lee.
Anytime. Your pleasure. I'm sorry you're leaving.
The accusations against the Capwell boy have really upset her. I'm sorry. Where were we?
Oh, I was just asking you why you didn't suspect that was an imposter, not me.
Well, it did seem a bit odd. I don't know why Julia didn't catch on to the imposter. Telltale mannerisms would escape me, but she picks up on little things like that.
Well, obviously he copied my mannerisms very well.
Yes, he did. Well, Julia should know she spent more time with him than I did. Just like I spent more time with you than she did.
Well, now, you're happily married with 2 children. Did you know that Augusta had 2 children, Jack? How old is Warren now?
Oh, Julia. What's the matter with you? He's in his early 20s. We're just talking about growing old. There's nothing to be ashamed of.
Exactly.
Jack and I are just reminiscing. You shouldn't feel excluded.
I don't feel excluded at all. I'm just feeling a little restless. I think I'm going to take a walk. Excuse me.
Oh, now, Julia, don't leave.
Poor thing. I'm afraid she's still smitten with you.
Yes, I'm a little worried about her, Augusta. I don't want to hurt her.
Oh, that's very sweet. You've always been very thoughtful.
Just, excuse me.
Rick!
How are you?
Jack, hey, you came back in one piece, huh?
Yes, well, the kind of luck I was having, I wasn't sure I would.
Rick, what are you doing here?
Oh, I need your signature on this. Lionel told me I could find you. Here's a pen. Jack, how was Amy when you left?
Oh, she's wonderful.
Yeah? She didn't say anything about staying there in East Dayland, did she?
No, but I have a hunch she's leaning in that direction.
Yeah, got that feeling.
She's adjusting very well. She's studying the customs, the history, the geography, everything.
See, I was just thinking maybe she'd come back here.
Hi, sweetheart. You're home early?
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just reminding myself how adorable you and Warren were when you were little people.
We're little monsters.
No, you weren't.
What's that?
Oh, that was our wedding. Hey, your mother made a triumphant exit from the church, and then promptly slipped and fell on her you-know-what.
She did. No.
Fortunately, concrete steps were no match for your mother. I thought I showed you these, didn't I?
Yeah, a long time ago, you did. I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was the summer at the lake.
Summer I thought would never end, huh? Went by so quickly, didn't it? Oh, boy. All went by so fast. And I just want to keep a hold of it.
Hey, thanks for coming back.
No problem.
Listen, I just wanted to let you know that I am going back to the ghost town, because I know that my answers will be there. Anyway, I wanted to ask you if you wanted to come along.
I don't know, Kelly.
Well, you're kind of a part of this thing, that's why I asked. But if you don't want to go with me, it's okay.
I wish I could.
So do.
I've got a deadline to meet. Now, if I go with you, I may not make it.
Well, that's a switch. What is this, the man of responsibilities all of a sudden?
I took this job so I could stick around Santa Barbara. Now, and you're asking me to go away?
Just for a little while. Just a day, maybe overnight, okay? Listen, I gotta be back here, too, for Ted's trial. Just a day.
As much as I'd love to, I'm gonna have to pass on this.
Okay. I'll talk to you when I get back.
All right. I wish you the very best of luck. I hope what you are looking for, you're gonna find. Maybe you're going to find it a lot faster if I'm not there to distract you.
That's right. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, you know, you're wearing the same clothes that you wore when you were there before, aren't you?
That's right. Figure I might as well go the full 9 yards to find what I'm looking for, right? Listen, good luck with your assignment. I'll see you.
Bye. Oh, my God, Kelly. Maybe now. I've got to follow her.
You, eh?
Have you?
Yeah. I've been thinking about you and Ted. What an awful ordeal this must be for both of you.
Ted's the one who's doing most of the suffering.
I'm sure that he's innocent. I'm absolutely convinced that you would not have anything to do with somebody who could commit a crime like that.
Thanks. You know, I saw Christy today at lunch.
Yeah.
I tried talking to her. I mean, it was like talking to a stone.
Lake and I suspect that things are going to be kind of rough for you for a while. But you'll come through. You're a survivor. You'll help your mother. Well, the way you've helped me all these years.
Do my best.
I'm sure you will. You have dignity and you have courage, and you are a magnificent young woman. And I'm very proud to have you for a daughter. Now listen, you better get out of here. Stop listening to my blackmail. I'm sure you have a lot of other things to do today. Bye. Have fun. Do not go gentle into that good night. Yeah, Dylan Thomas had it right. I'm not going to go gentle into that night. I'm going to go out in a blaze of glory. That's... How? A party. A hell of a party. A gigantic wake. A celebration of life. Yeah. My friends and my family. I will create my own funeral, then I'll go to it, and I'll enjoy it. Yeah.
It was a lovely lunch, Jack. It was so good to see you again, the real you.
It was good to see the real you, too. Listen, you won't mind if I don't walk you out. I really think I ought to speak to Brick just for a few minutes.
No, it's perfectly all right. We have to get together again so you can meet the rest of the family.
All right.
I'll give you a call.
All right.
Oh, forgot something. Go ahead. It's all right. Cece.
Augusta, how are you?
Just fine, thank you. How's Gina? Better, I hope.
Very much. I know you and Sophia talked the other night. And then you called me, but you changed your mind about talking to me. Why?
I had second thoughts. Tell me something. Is Sophia still living in your guest house?
I need none of your innuendos.
I forgot. I have to be careful how I talk to you, don't I? I haven't quite figured out your sense of humor.
Just one little zinger after another, isn't it?
Who are you fooling by living in a house with two women? In the old days, it used to be considered immoral. Tell me something. How are the three of you getting along? Is it a menage a trois, or are you doing your best to get rid of Gina so you can concentrate on Sophia?
You are insufferable, Augusta.
Oh, Cece. Let me give you a little tip. Making a terribly big mistake by putting Sophia back on that pedestal because she'll topple right off of it and this time she'll crush you for good.
Oh, go to hell, Augusta. That's all I've got to say to you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Jack.
CC, how are
It's good to see you. I'm glad you called. Nice to get down to say hello to a genuine old friend and not an imposter.
Well, that was quite a deception, wasn't it? I keep feeling I have to apologize to everyone.
Not to me, you don't know. Jack, I hate to get right into business, but I brought this along for you to look at. It's material on Sophia's trial. I want you to read it over, what's already there, and then I want you to take the case because I think you can get her off.
Well, I'd be glad to look it over. Julia tells me you have another case pending.
Yes, yeah, that's this, the Gillis case. I want you to look at that and then help me with this one also. Now, Mason is representing the litigants, but on a personal level, we have made our peace, so I think it's a good start towards settlement.
Well, fine. I'll look them both over tonight.
I hate to ask this of you, but could you look over Sophia's right now? I want to see what your reaction is.
Well, all right. I have a few minutes.
Good, thank you.
I'm gonna want to rent the entire restaurant for an evening, eh? So you check on the first available date you have, all right? Make it soon, because I'm a little short on time.
I'll check and let you know, Mr. Lackridge.
Are you planning a party?
Yes, I am.
Why? Well, what occasion?
Well, you might call it a kind of celebration of life. A few close friends, people we care about. A night to remember.
You having a nervous breakdown? Why would you want to suddenly celebrate life, especially at these prices?
Well, why don't we just sit down here and I'll explain exactly how this shindig is going to work.
Well, I'll definitely take on Sophia's case for you as a favor to you. The Gillis case I haven't had a chance to glance at. I just don't have time.
What do you need?
Well, I'll tell you, CC, I will study it and then I will call you. And I'll try not to keep you waiting too long.
Thank you, Jack, but please, take the case. I need your help.
Jack Lee, over here.
Lionel, how are you? Augusta.
Jack, welcome back.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Listen, Jack, we're planning a little party here in the near future. We'd love it if you'd attend.
Oh, well, look, that's awfully nice of you, but I just got back to town. I am swamped with work. I'm afraid I'm going to have to decline. I really appreciate it, though. That's very nice.
All right, well, we're going to be sending out formal invitations so you can make up your mind then. In the meantime, it's nice seeing you again.
Well, thank you. Nice seeing you. Esther?
You really are one surprise after another today.
What? Huh? Jack Lee's a nice fella. He could do a lot worse.
I could do worse? Are you trying to pawn me off on him? What? Have you really gone over the edge or something?
There's something you wanted to say to me.
Yes, after you've told me what you were going to.
I'd rather you went first.
No, not just yet.
You can't go first if you go later.
How do you know? First tell me what that cryptic remark about Jack was.
Well, I mean, it's just obvious that he finds you more fascinating than he does Julia. So you could, in fact, do worse.
Why would I want to do worse? You are so erratic. 1 minute, you are trying to bind me to you forever. And the next minute, you're giving me some advice on a suitable man for me to what? Marry? Date? Are you trying to ask for a divorce or something?
Of course not. No, I was thinking about the future, that's all. It's just obvious that, you have to kind of take care of yourself, or what if something were to happen to me, for instance?
Well, nothing's going to happen to me. I'll buy a parrot and retire to Tahiti. Do I have to make that decision this afternoon?
Well, it never hurts to be prepared, Augusta. Oh, listen, I'm just thinking this afternoon about how much I care about you. I care for you. You are a wonderful woman. You presented me with children. And it's the only chance an ordinary man has for immortality these days. Huh?
If you don't mind, I'd rather not discuss your offspring.
They're yours, too.
Some of them.
I beg your pardon?
And so you should. I think I'd like to go home, Lionel.
What's wrong? What is this about?
Lionel, it's been a long time.
Sissy. So what has? Good to see you. How you feeling?
Never better. You?
Tip-top.
Well, if this isn't something, where are the photographers when you need them? History's two arch enemies being friendly to each other. What are you, both sick?
We have nothing to be angry with each other about anymore, do we?
He's right.
Never stopped you before.
We've had our differences, but that's in the past. At least, I hope so.
It certainly is.
Lionel, you know, I'm very impressed with Lakin, the way she stood by Ted and all of his problems.
Well, I think Ted has endured this ordeal magnificently.
Now, they're both fine gentlemen. I hope someday that they might marry.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I've been hoping the same thing, Cece.
Incredible. Just incredible. The fox and the wolf lying down together.
Augusta, anger and hostility saps the life force. You should consider that.
Cece's right. Life's too short to squander it on hatred.
I like squandering my time and having my life force sapped. Thank you.
No wonder men have wars over women.
Lionel, let's get together again soon and have a talk.
I like that.
Augusta?
Oh, Cece, listen, we're going to have a party here at the Orient, and it's going to be very soon. I haven't had time to arrange it with the maitre d', but when we do, we'd love you to come, okay?
Of course. You can count on me.
Great.
This is some new philosophy you've adopted from the Far East to the Midwest or something, isn't it? One of those awful peace and love doctrines?
Nonsense. Cece and I have nothing left to fight about, that's all.
Oh, that's what you think.
What does that mean? Augusta, I'd like an explanation of that.
No, Doctor, I'm fine. I was just wondering, is something wrong with my father? Well, he's been acting kind of strange lately, and I know that you stopped by here this morning to see him. Just slightly high blood pressure? You're sure? No, I know you would. Yeah, thank you. Aunt Julia, where are you going? You just got back.
I decided to go back east.
Why?
There's really nothing to keep me here anymore, that's why.
But I don't understand. I mean, you seem so happy today at lunch.
Well, that was today at lunch in the restaurant.
Don't go anywhere. I want to talk to you, okay?
Hello, Lakin. I'd like to see Julia.
She's right here. Julia?
Tell him I'm not here. Tell him I'm leaving. Tell him I left.
Come on. Stop it. We have to talk.
I don't really know what we have to say to each other.
Look, I knew something was wrong when you got up and left that table at the restaurant. I managed to hurt your feelings.
Don't be ridiculous.
Really? All right, then let's you and I have dinner together tonight. Or we can stay right here and talk. You'd rather?
I told you I really don't know what we have to say to each other.
Oh, Lord, you've been crying, haven't you?
I have not. I don't know what you're talking about.
You probably don't know how much I care for you either.
I don't know what to think. When I see you sitting over a table in a restaurant, staring into Augusta's eyes, telling her how beautiful and vulnerable she is, what am I supposed to think? How am I supposed to feel? I mean, what was that supposed to be, some sort of a signal? I mean, I'm not used to this. I mean, I'm not used to men being so oblique.
Julia. Come here. Julia. Julia. You talk too much.
see you back.
Oh, Gina, has Mason shown up yet?
No, I just spoke to him. He said that he might be showing up a little later. He's working terribly hard on Ted's case.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Where are you off to?
I didn't get a chance to cut those flowers for his room yet, and I want to fill his room with flowers just so he knows how welcome he is.
Really? Well, he'll be very touched.
Well, I hope he will. I'll see you later.
I don't think I've ever seen her quite so happy. Is this all because Mason's moving back? Why would that make her so happy?
I've been here. This is incredible. This is like a deja vu. Could I have been this woman? Wait a minute. This is my bracelet. I've been here.
Listen, I don't want to do anything to jeopardize my job, but I've got to go out of town, a day or two at the most. That's right. Listen, I'll talk to you when I get back. Maybe you'll feel differently, all right? Yep, bye. I'm coming, Kelly. Hold on. I'm coming.